Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, August 24th. I'm Michael Taylor, and you know it's Saturday because we're right here at the desk. That's where we start on Saturdays, folks. And we got a great show for you. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Great weather right now. But if you're indoors watching TV, as you should be whenever This Day is on, you're going to get some great information here today. First, I want to talk about Pretend City Children's Museum. If you haven't heard of it, you're going to find some great information about what they do there with kids. They also have a Grandparents' Day coming up, and they also have some senior discounts that are coming up. So make sure you join Carly Snyder and I when we talk about that. Then later in the program, Bree Cox-Kennedy is going to be here with the Jazz Lovers Club. Carmen Micella and Ron Kobayashi is going to be here, and they're going to be talking about the big performance they have coming up with the Ron Kobayashi's Trio that's coming up. So stay tuned for that one. Great shows coming up for them. We want to stay informed, and Third Town Hall is coming up on August 28th. Third Mutual's next town hall is scheduled for the Wednesday the 28th from 3 to 4:30 p.m. in the Sequoia Ballroom at Clubhouse 2. Don't miss this opportunity to attend. Share your comments, questions, and suggestions with the board's members. So get out there and make sure your voice is heard. And let's take a look outside at our weekend weather. And it's pretty ideal as far as a weekend goes in the summer, in August, in late summer. August here, 78 degrees today, 81 degrees tomorrow. Then a little bit of a warm up as we head into the regular work week starting on Monday. But hey, enjoy the weekend while we can. Let's take a look at the sunrise and the sunset. Beautiful shot here down at Strands, down in Dana Point area. Look at the little boardwalk area right here. Sunrise this morning, 6:19. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:25. The days are starting to get just a little shorter as we approach fall. Can you believe that? Next month is fall. Okay, folks, if you'd like to send us a sunrise, sunset shot, or any kind of pets, places, vacations you've been doing, please send it to us. Email us your pictures. Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com is the email address. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and horizontal if you can, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. All right, when we come back, we'll be talking to folks from Pretend City. Stay with us.
I'm so happy to recommend Dr. Fairman. I've been going to her for 9 years. She's done implants, crowns, bridges, root canals, and I've been happy with everything that she's done. The staff is so friendly and pleasant, kind, and gentle. I would recommend her to anyone.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the brilliant smile difference.
We are close to Gate 6 near Snooty Fox Restaurant behind Coco's.
Hi, I'm Dan McEachran. 35 years ago, I was lucky enough to get my start in Laguna Woods. First, building patio rooms, then kitchens. Our cabinets are all built locally in Irvine. It all began with patio rooms, like this Majorca model, which we made into a complete room. I'll pull permits. We'll take care of everything. Give me a call. We'll do a nice job for you.
Did you know that the Laguna Hills Lodge was originally built as a place for relatives or friends to stay when they were visiting? In 1968, Laguna Woods' residents built the first 2 buildings of the lodge because they wanted a place close by for visitors to stay. Since then, the lodge has become the spare bedroom for the Laguna Woods' residents. The lodge has received the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence 8 years in a row. We invite you to stay in one of our recently remodeled garden rooms and take advantage of a special offer for Laguna Woods' residents, family, and friends.
Pretend City is celebrating 15 years of teaching kids how to work in the real world. Don't do that. That's no fun. Well, joining us from Pretend City is Carly Snyder. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So Pretend City, tell us about the concept of what Pretend City is for folks who don't know it.
Yes, Pretend City is literally a small city designed for children about 0 to 8 years old to play and have hands-on learning experience using real-life materials and practice being that community role, within where you live.
Yeah,
so
like
very,
what
very
a post
cool.
office does, what happens in
Yes.
a grocery store, and those
Yes,
kinds of things, right?
exactly. So working together, working on all of that development, making sure that we're hitting all of those milestones while interacting with other children and our caregivers.
Okay, and what is the concept behind it in terms of helping children understand the real world? Is that kind of like concept of helping them understand the broader picture of outside their home?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of our main things is being those different community partners. So really seeing how a city works. And so
Okay.
it takes this person to do this. We can't do everything by ourselves.
Right.
So we do have like the UPS store so they can go deliver the packages or take food from the
Okay.
grocery store to the home. And all of that. So it's really cool to see them navigate on their own and how they choose to play.
Now, you've been there for a couple years now.
Yep.
I remember way back when Pretend City was just an idea 20 years ago,
Yes.
and you guys are celebrating 15 years of actually being Pretend City, which is really great. Tell us about the celebration you have planned.
Yes, we will be celebrating on Saturday, August 31st. So big 15 years. So we're going to have a quinceañera themed. So it'll be really, really awesome. We have some dancers coming in from OSHA down the street, their school. We have some homemade churros coming in.
Oh, wow.
So we have a lot of really cool stuff, but to just uplift everything that we do and have everyone come celebrate with us.
Yeah, and real cities celebrate their anniversaries too, so Pretend City should as well, right?
Exactly. So more the merrier. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's great. I know you've only been there for years, but how do you think the whole concept has evolved, or what do you see as some of the major things that you guys do really well that have really kind of sprung up from the whole concept?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I feel like we do a lot of wonderful things. I think just being a space that people can come and feel safe and comfortable is one of those, just being very inclusive and welcoming to all people. We do have specific events tailored to certain groups of people and children. But I think, again, just being that space, too, where we can model for caregivers and families coming in of how to have those really important interactions with your little one.
Okay. Now you guys have a Grandparents' Day coming up on September 8th,
We
and that's
do.
a great opportunity for grandparents to bring the grandkids in and
Yes.
experience this together, right?
Yes, we see a lot of grandparents coming in, but I think it's a really fun opportunity for them to engage with their grandkids. We have programming that day, so fun, different things going on, and just really uplift that and to show everybody what we can do. So call in all grandparents to come on down.
Music and movement with Bacchus dance?
Backhouse dance.
Backhouse
I know,
dance.
it's an interesting spelling. Backhouse dance, yes, actually, they're there this morning doing our mobility mornings that we have as well. So it's all about the music and movement, any age to get up and be moving and practice those gross motor skills. So even if we have our 1-year-old doing it, we can have grandma come and
can do it with them.
Yeah, so again, all ages, really, really cool, and just to have that fun, memory with your grandchild.
You also have special programming in there for folks. Talk to me about the Baby Steps program.
Yes, Baby Steps, so fun. It's once a month on a Sunday, and it's just for our littlest friends. So 0 to 18 months. They come in the morning before we open to the public. I think families really, really like that, especially our first-time parents who, a little more cautious with their little ones.
Right.
We have some of the
Especially
older
if they're 5 and 6-year-olds running around, that way they're
Right.
kind of clear of that action.
It can get a little rowdy. So I feel like it's that safe zone, a lot of friends or neighbors, people coming together. But otherwise the museum's open like it normally is. But like I said, just for those little infants and toddlers to have the whole space to themselves, which is really nice because they're just learning so much and taking their time more with things. And we really encourage that in general for children to take as long as they need to play with something or figure something out. So really, really cool event.
Terrific. And then you have neurodivergent family nights. So tell me about what you do special there for children that have those kind of issues.
Yes. So our neurodivergent family night, we hold it twice a month. It's free. And families just have to register so that we have you on the list. But for any children with disability, and this could be autism, cerebral palsy, it could be a child that has sensory processing disorder, or might just have a little bit of a delay, and this is a better environment for them to play in. So it's a free event, like I said, and on those evenings, we turn off a lot of the lights that we normally have on.
Okay.
We turn off all of our sounds. We have different materials like noise canceling headphones and sunglasses. We have fidget toy, all different kinds of things that might be helpful for other children. I mean, we have those at all times, but we do provide a calming space for those kiddos coming in and bring in different community partners that tailor to that group. So
Okay,
it's really,
terrific.
really awesome. So we can get a lot of connections made for families.
Yeah, maybe
if
some
needed.
services folks don't even know about that are out there.
Exactly. And again, just a really awesome place where they can all come together and not feel any of that judgment and still have a great time with their kids.
That's great. That's awesome. How about Way to Play Day?
Way to Play Day, yeah. So we provide free developmental screenings for children 0 to 5.5 years old. That is always available on our website, but on Way to Play Day, we do it in person. So you might have folks coming in who are visiting just from another city, out of town, and they can get those screenings done for their children. On those days, we also bring in other free health screenings. So we might have speech, dental, vision, maybe a speech pathologist. Again, we might have regional center coming in to talk about other programs they have for maybe children who have developmental delays. So it's just kind of that one-stop shop to pop in and make sure that your child is developmentally on track.
Okay. Now, we talked about Grandparents' Day on September 8th. You also have senior discounts for them on that day and others, I'm sure.
Yes, on that day and all the time, we do provide a senior discount. Tuesdays, we have one more Tuesday left of summer. Next Tuesday, we do offer $5 off for grandparents on those Tuesdays.
Terrific.
And then otherwise, Grandparents' Day, yes.
I'm sure they can find all the information there on that website for those discounts and all that kind of stuff. So, Carly, tell me a little bit about what you love about Pretend City, just as your experience working there and seeing the programs that go on there.
It's a wonderful place. Coming from a background of early childhood and working with families, it is absolutely a place that children can just be free, use their imagination and their creativity. Children learn through play. And it's just amazing to watch that unfold and to see those aha moments happen. And I think it's a big learning opportunity for the parents as well. They're learning just as much as those little ones in that space, especially engaging and having those moments together. So it's really, really cool to see it actually happening on the floor and walk by and witness those moments.
Now, I've never heard of a city actually moving, but you guys have been 15 years, and you're going to up and move over to the Great Park, which is a little closer to our folks here. But what's about that? Is it kind of bigger and better, or are you going for a larger space and just more opportunities?
It is all of the above.
Okay.
It is bigger and better. We will be moving over to the area of the Cultural Terrace at the Great Park. Along with some other museums that will be there as well. But we are going to be doubling our space indoors and having an outdoor space, which is about 12,000 square feet as well. So really, really excited about that. The plan is to break ground at the end of the year of 2024 and open at the end of 2026. So
not going anywhere just
not
yet, but it's coming.
We're still there until the end, but exciting things to look forward to.
We'll have you back during the grand opening.
Yes, of course.
Right. Carly Snyder from Pretend City Children's Museum, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're watching ThisDay. When we come back, we'll be talking to the folks from the Jazz Club. Stay with us.
At Harvard Eye Associates, we are committed to your vision care and quality of life.
It's a commitment we don't take lightly.
Our trusted team of doctors provides specialized eye care using state-of-the-art technology.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2024 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Plus, 97% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2024 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Irvine Subaru. Buy online, just come in to sign. Get 2 years complimentary maintenance included on all new Subarus.
Caring for your health shouldn't be dictated by what you can afford. At MVS, we are a family-owned business that has provided quality healthcare products for seniors in their homes for over 30 years. We negotiate on your behalf with top manufacturers to deliver low prices. We provide vital resources while staying committed to making the experience of getting medical supplies you need as easy as possible by ensuring easy online shopping and free shipping. When life is difficult, we make things simple.
And welcome back to the show. Folks, there is a great Jazz in the Woods show coming up. Will be Friday, September 6th at 6 p.m. at Clubhouse 7. We will be talking more about that, but first I want to welcome our guests from the Jazz Lovers Club, Carmen Pacella and Roy Kaibayashi. Ron. Ron, I was so focused on getting your last name right. Oh. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, for those who don't know, give us a quick history on the Jazz Lovers Club.
Jazz Lovers Club is about a year old in the village. We've got about 130 members, and it's actually run by two other people. I'm just the musical director on the club. My responsibility is to gather talent from within and without the village to perform at our 4 Jazz in the Woods events. We do a quarterly Jazz in the Woods event. Then we also have a monthly meeting where we will have education and jazz. So we bring different people in to talk to our members, and then basically it's a social club. Okay. And we travel to different events around town to go to all the
And do
events.
your members have their own instruments, or are the instruments provided?
The members in the Jazz Lovers Club is for entertainment purposes only. There are some players in the club, but we don't really play for the club. So the club, their whole basis is for social events, carpooling to different venues. It's more of a jazz appreciation than performing. We hire trios to come in and different jazz trios. So we bring talent in.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And Ron, how long have you been a musician?
35, 40 years.
Quite. So it's a passion, lifestyle passion.
Absolutely.
Lifelong
Yes.
lifestyle passion.
Yes.
So as I mentioned earlier, I listened to the single Waltz for Bill.
Oh yeah,
Great
thank
composition.
you.
Loved it from beginning to end. What's it like composing a piece like that?
I composed that 30 years ago. Our trio has been together 30 years now. So that was one of the first compositions I wrote. And it's just kind of really inspiration. I need the inspiration, and the tune was written for the late great pianist Bill Evans. So after he passed, which was decades ago, I was so inspired by his artistry that it kind of created that tune. So inspiration is a big part of it.
And do you still draw on that for even your later?
Yeah, some writers are really adept at composing when they're given an assignment. And with me, it's much more, I have to be inspired to be able to compose.
Of course, yeah. So you mentioned you formed a trio 30 years ago. Do you collaborate with the trio?
Yeah, the bass player Baba Elefante writes as well. So a lot of times in a lot of the CDs we've released, we both featured my compositions as well as his. Okay. So absolutely.
So does someone say, hey, I have a great idea, and run it by the group, and then kind of form it and create it from there? Yeah. So in your upcoming event, are you going to be performing originals as well as standards, or have you outlined that?
Maybe a couple originals. We may do Waltz for Bill.
You are?
Most likely.
Okay.
But we'll probably do a lot of standards. So a lot of Gershwin, Cole Porter, Duke Ellington. And I think we're probably going to talk a little bit too about what we do as jazz players. Because a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what exactly is happening in jazz because it's so improvisatory. So we're going to probably talk about how we improvise and what some of the rules are, what our roles are as drummer, bass player, and pianist in the band, and then do a performance of of tunes.
So how do you approach someone else's work as opposed to maybe your own?
Yeah, so the beautiful
both?
thing about jazz is we're given freedom to interpret the melodies of these tunes. So we'll take a Gershwin tune, like say Summertime, which everybody knows, and we'll interpret it in a way that we feel comfortable with, that kind of is our aesthetic. And so that's why I love jazz so much, because we're given that freedom to really interpret it the way we want to without being bound by any kind of, restraints.
Do you feel
It's
like
fun.
jazz in the last maybe 25 years has really held its own in the musical space? I remember being in my early 20s, just absolutely loving jazz so much. And I remember when they used to broadcast Art Good out of Catalina Island.
Oh yeah.
I think
really.
in the 90s. And that was a Sunday show. And that was the only time I could ever listen to jazz. And I would just hang on every song. I loved it. So this is exciting for me to be able to talk to you.
Yeah.
So as a recap, why don't you tell our viewers when your event is being held, what time and where?
It will be Friday, September the 6th at Clubhouse 7, 6 p.m. And we have a GRF cash bar there. Everything else is bring your own food or whatever else you want to drink. It's a short time. It's not we don't run too late, so it's like 6 to 8 p.m. We try to get it in the village. Everyone likes to go home early, so but we try and move it up and start a little bit early.
Okay.
So anyhow, it's a Clubhouse 7. It's a great little venue. It's first come, first served seating, and so show up early.
Now, is it going to be row seating, or how does that work?
No, we have round tables.
Oh, round
We have
tables,
round tables,
okay.
and people can bring their snacks and their foods or whatever, and we have a cash bar right outside the door there, so
Okay.
they can get their cocktails. And it's a lot of fun. We've been doing it now. This will be our first year where we have four events.
How many guests are you anticipating, and do you need them to RSVP?
RSVPs are always great, but we normally have about 120 people at these events.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes a little bit more, but that's about it.
And if folks really wanted to get involved and join the club, how do they go about doing that?
Laguna Woods Jazz Lovers Club is that's our website, and you can join.
Is there any requirement to join?
No, just pay the fee to join, and I mean, it's basic
Not necessarily
for the
a
village.
musical background, though, right?
No. This is everyday people, just people that enjoy music.
Okay.
And they want to be entertained, and that's what we do. So it's a nice club. I can tell you the people in it are all great, and they're and it's all different types of jazz, which is really kind of cool. Which is why we do the instructional events, because as you know, everyone has a different interpretation of what jazz is, or a different idea. So you have big band, and you have swing bands, and you have Dixieland bands, and we have all these different progressive, modern, fusion, all different types of jazz.
Right.
So every one out of these 125 people are going to be in different categories. But the crossover is great, because people say, "Oh, I never thought of that musician that way, but now I understand what he's doing, or what she's doing." But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and everybody has a great time.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is we're excited, because Ron's been in the area for so long, with a great reputation. You played at the White House.
At the White House.
Yeah. What was your?
Well, actually, but when President Clinton came here.
Played for. Oh, you played for
Yeah.
Clinton. Okay, great.
Well, that's close enough.
I mean, come on, that's great.
That's a
It
wonderful
doesn't get any better-
accomplishment.
Doesn't get any better than that, right? like 30 years ago, I think I met you. Or,
Really?
Yeah, at Steamers in,
Okay,
in
right.
Fullerton.
Right. The famous jazz club in Fullerton.
Yeah, famous jazz club in Fullerton. And he's been around for a while, but I mean, really rock solid trio.
That's wonderful. Well, you got one more follower. Gentlemen, thank you for being here from the Jazz Lovers Club, Carmen and Ron. Thank you for joining us. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Salvation Army Orange County is committed to building hope in people's lives rather than just more shelters. The Center of Hope, a comprehensive homeless care solution, combines a 325-bed emergency shelter, 72 permanent supportive housing apartments, on-site medical, dental, vision, and mental health care, and an award-winning drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. Donate today to transform lives, create safer neighborhoods, and provide an opportunity to end chronic homelessness in Orange County.
You have a club for every scenario. A driver for the long holes. Wedges to get you over the hazards. And a putter for when you need a touch of finesse. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Call to set your 15-minute phone visit today and let's find out. Get a second set of eyes on your retirement plan.
Attention all club organizers, party planners, and those who simply love to gather and celebrate life's special moments. Are you tired of the hassle of cooking for your events? Looking for a convenient and delicious solution? Introducing our easy and convenient catering trays, perfect for groups of any size from 35 to 90. Need a larger space to host your event? Look no further than our restaurant's banquet room, the perfect venue for your next gathering. Call us today to place your catering order or reserve our banquet room for your next event. Create memories and traditions with Polly's Pies.
We got a kind of a thrill seeker movie for you for this Saturday. It is the Blue Angels documentary from earlier this year in 2024. It's brought to us by Providence Mission Hospital, 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It follows the veterans and newest class of the Navy and Marine Corps Flight Squadron as they go through the intense training and into a season of heart-stopping aerial artistry. It is an amazing film, some great cinematography, and just some great flying that they do. So hope you enjoy that one. Our weather, let's take a look at our weather forecast before we head out. And it's got a great weekend, folks. That's all I can say. Really nice temperatures, really nice days. And we got a little bit of a heat up as we head into Monday, but don't worry about that. Just enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you Monday on the program. Speaking of Monday on the program, we're going to be talking to the clubs, Pickleball Club and the Republican Club. They're going to be on talking about the things they have going on this month. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this Saturday a great one.